Welcome Traveler, I'm Free to Play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure on Terra. Today we'll beat the EX5 Master Cleric in the last tower we get. Certainly. At first I ran into a lot of problems with this enemy because of the constant pushbacks and the extremely high powered elemental attack and this bleeding infliction which hits so damn hard. But I have found a very easy solution and I will tell you exactly how it goes. At first I'm going to weaken the physical defense and I will use the crippling bash from Millard. This is even better than the block from Agnes because this will affect the cleric and not the front row. So if any one of my other units is in the front row, then they won't be dead after the second attack. And this makes sense for a solid run here. Of course I was kind of lucky that he used the Hammer of Judgment instead, here he comes, of using the bleeding ability he has, which would be problematic for this whole run. But you have 10 tries per week, so even if that is occurring, it shouldn't be any deal at some time. Stat and Cedric are the only ones who are doing the Medica all the time, so that my units will get to full HP and that those units who were sent to the front are healing up in the back in the next turns, because I don't need those. They were just there for shield shaving, but he has 8 shields left. So I still have to do some shields now before I can do maximum damage. Scorching Sacred Flame is capping the physical defense down, which Yan Long has provided at first, so that the damage outcome in this turn is more efficient here. He has dark and light weakness at this state of the battle, so Cedric can still do a bit of damage, but the most of the damage is coming from Yan Long. Millard is also striking for 15,000 damage, which is good, but you can only count on Yan Long in this phase of the battle. As soon as he's recovering from the break, he's only healing his wounds and goes to 15 shields. You should take this chance and break as much shields as possible. I thought at first this is the worst thing I could have done. Melodic Sea Breeze is reducing the speed of the cleric, so when Stat is now faster than the cleric, he can't use his Medica after his first attack, and this would be problematic, I thought. But his second move is just healing his wounds, so this way you don't even need a Medica, you just need a heal. So you could shield shave a bit more and use a heal from Millard, for example, or from anyone else, but the double protect against elemental attacks from Ramona and from Millard made the whole front row so durable that this was all we need. Okay, 1 shield left and Agnes is the one to break because she's causing the dark and wind resistance down too with her accessories, so that every attack of Manu, as you see here, 30,000 attack is really huge. 40,000 with Stat, and he's almost down to 1/2 of HP, which I must say made me think, okay, I will do this time around. If you don't have Agnes, Molroso would do a good job here too with her wind skills, and having a fortune weapon with really high elemental attack on Ramona would do so much more now, as the stuff resistance down on the cleric is now at 9 turns, so I can't go any higher now anyway. And now we're coming for the last phase change here. As soon as he's doing that, he's only knocking everyone to the back, but is not doing any more attacks, so you don't have to care about so much here. And now we're just repeating what we have done in the first turn, so we're going for the Celestial Bash to get the physical defense down, more attacks here, and the crippling bash so that the physical attack is down again for 3 turns because of Kurt's A4 accessory, which is really necessary here. And the Bloody Judgment is always hitting, which is really surprising, and is 1 more shield which can break, so you should not toggle off this skill here for this battle. And as you see now, I'm a bit more courageous right now because I'm so close to him being finished, so I don't need as much shields now. Everyone in the back has so much BP left that I can reduce him to only 2 shields afterwards, which is really amazing, and this way I can finally get everyone's max attacks out. But these are not needed anymore because the Master Cleric doesn't have so much HP. So if you have really good fortune weapons and maybe a few more 5-star clerics, then this battle can be done done only one phase change, I suppose. But I just wanted it to be stable and not to be strong. That's why I made everyone's HP a bit higher with the fortune weapon so that they can survive his attacks. But now he doesn't have any chance of surviving this turn. So Yanlong with the Celestial Bash at max is doing the rest to the last enemy of the towers available. So to sum it up, if you have a real strategy in mind, this can be really easy. But I don't know how it is going, if he's going to use more of those bleeding attacks and if he's doing that 2 times in a row or something. I can't really imagine, but as I said in the beginning, you have 10 tries per week, so sometime you will succeed with this strategy. Okay, let's go into the team composition so that I can show you exactly how everyone's stats were. The speed is the most important thing as always. Would be good to have stat a bit slower so he can heal up the group after the first attack in the attacking phase of this battle, so that everyone is surviving the attacks. So I did prepare for the bleeding attack. That's why Stat had the pure white apron and Cedric had the staunching charm, so that he won't be affected and can still use the Medica. And because Yanlong is not profiting from Ramona's elemental defense up, I equipped the Faded Knight's Ardent medal so that Yanlong gets a bit more elemental defense up. I needed to make an HP Staff of Fortune for Millard because he has so low HP and wouldn't survive otherwise. Stat an elemental attacking with the Medica all at 12% to have a more healing potency. Madeleine needed a bit more speed to outspeed the Cleric, even with lots of speed accessories. Cedric being the first to attack so that I could cap the physical defense down at the start before Yanlong is attacking. And Mano had to have a bit more speed and a bit more of HP to outspeed the Cleric and to not fall apart from his first phase. So I don't know what to think about the Heroic Cleric's emblem because it's only pushing the staff damage by 30% and it's not giving any stats to that. And with Yanlong already capping that, I don't even know if I'm ever going to use this. But we will see in the future what is coming. And if you still have any more questions about this fight, please write them in the comments or in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time, you're free to play.